Hey everybody, it's Miss Cornell. Today we are going to be learning 11 important vocab terms to kick off our ecology unit. So, what is ecology? Ecology is the study of the interactions between organisms and the living and the non-living parts of their environment. So I like this picture here because it shows both of those things. You have living things like the wolf and the trees and the grass, and then you have non-living things like the rocks, the water, soil, dead trees, things like that. So you're kind of seeing all those pieces, and ecology would be studying all of them and how they interact with each other. Secondly, we have abiotic versus biotic. So biotic factors are the living things in an ecosystem or in the environment. So you can see examples like animals are living plants, bacteria. Abiotic factors are those things that are non-living. So temperature, how hot or cold is it? The soil, is it windy out? And also water would be great examples of abiotic factors. Habitat versus niche. This one is one that students definitely get confused on. So habitat is where an organism lives. The habitat also includes those biotic and abiotic factors that affect the habitat. So it could be a stream or a lake or a field, or your backyard could be an organism's habitat. A niche, on the other hand, is the role that the organism plays in that ecosystem. So I like to think of the niche as an organism's job. So they might be the predator in that habitat or ecosystem. They might be the prey. They might be the decomposer breaking things down. All those organisms might live in the same ecosystem or habitat, but they each have their own role so they can fit that niche and ecosystem and habitat. Levels of organization is what we're going to end with. So these are in order from smallest to largest. So number 6 is individual. This is a single living organism that belongs to a species. So it's one human, it's one elk, it's one robin. So that's what an individual is. Building off of that, then a population would be all the members of a single species that are living in one place at one particular time. So it could be 50 salmon living in a particular stream. It could be a herd of elephants living in the savannah at a particular point, at a particular time. Communities then, building off of populations, would be all of those living things living in that area or that place at one time. So if you have your herd of elephants along with your lions and zebras and gazelles living in that ecosystem at that particular time, would be a community. Ecosystems are all of the non-living and the living things in an area. So now we have to incorporate those abiotic factors as well as those living organisms in the community. Biome are the major habitat areas. This can be terrestrial, meaning on land, or aquatic, in water. So for example, we have savannas, tundras, ocean. In Minnesota, we're mainly made up of the deciduous forest, the coniferous forest, and prairie land. We also have areas like desert, rainforest, etc. would also be considered biomes. And lastly, we end with the biosphere, which is our entire planet Earth. So from smallest to largest, biosphere being the largest, and the level that we end with. So these are our notes on the 11 important vocab terms that you need to know to start off our ecology unit.